어떤 컬러로 하시겠습니까?
What seemed momentarily in 2020 ended up changing our lifestyle. Not only our personal lives have changed, but also the entertainment industry, which has switched focus to digital platforms in an attempt to adapt to the new norm. It seems like the entire world is involved in some kind of survival game. And not surprisingly, that is precisely the theme of a new series, adapting to survive the injustices of life, privileges, and selfishness.
너 이거 안 놔, 이 새끼?
10만 원입니다. 축하드립니다.
The new show became one of the most successful new series because it shares more with our reality that we want to admit. Welcome back to Hypnos Mirror, and today we're going to take a closer look at the story of Squid Game. The Netflix show Squid Game premiered on September 17th, and it quickly became one of the most viewed shows in 2021. The story is about a group of misfortunate people who are made to participate in a series of games, quote unquote. The winner of the games will win a lot of money, but the losers will die. The first thing to understand is that the concept of games of life and death being watched by an audience or privileged individuals is not new. Far from it. It has been used in all forms of entertainment media and in real life. Ancient Romans held life or death competitions for the amusement of royalty. These gladiators would fight with weapons, hand to hand, even games of skill with animals. The Roman warriors were usually slaves or men who wanted to compete for fame, glory, and money. But the Squid Game is a little different. The game appears to be unfair, but it tries to replicate life based on evolutionary principles. With a bit of luck, anybody can be the winner. There is no player better or more important than the other. The game is an opportunity for anyone under certain conditions established by the creators of the game to become a millionaire. This philosophy stems from social inequality. In the real world, a person who is born with few resources would find it more difficult to climb up the social ladder compared to a privileged born, someone who can easily fulfill their goals thanks to their family's resources, social standing, and influence. This game tries to remove these privileges, although it does not eliminate all of them because, as we saw in the series, people's life experiences usually help them pass the challenges. For some, being a criminal helps them deal with conflicts. For others, having the simple experience of making glass helps them advance in the game.
이후에 움직임이 감지되면 탈락입니다. 324번 탈락.
병신 걸렸네.
For player number 1, they are all equal, so much so that he sets the player position himself. You may be thinking that not all are the same because we saw privileged people watching the game. These VIPs pay for everything and enjoy the suffering of others. And here lies the show's contradictions. In the one hand, the creator defends equality to the point of killing people in his own group who broke the rules, but on the other hand, he follows the orders of the VIPs and is willing to increase the game's difficulty solely to increase the entertainment factor in the games. Every day we can hear the saying that the one who perseveres can achieve anything, but the reality is that democracy is an illusion. People may choose to play the game, but circumstances actually force them to play. So did we ever had a choice?
난 없어.
뭐?
너는 여기서 나갈 이유가 있지만 난 없어.
Life experiences for some put them at a disadvantage, in addition to the intervention of the people in power. But aren't we all equal? Squid Games end up being a mirror, an allegory of our reality. From time to time, we choose our leaders. We go to our jobs, or do whatever it takes to try to get ahead. The system tells us that we are all equals. We have all the same opportunities. But from above, the 1% are looking down at us. The same ones that have the power to fix most, if not all of the world's issues, but also have the power to ruin the lives of the small guy. Perhaps this is why it is so much fun for the VIPs to watch the contestants struggle. Not because the games are exciting, but because it mirrors reality. They love the feeling of being in control of others. watching the less fortunate participants in a dangerous competition where the odds are against them.
I'm sure you won't be disappointed.
Well, I hope not. Listen, I'm willing to give anybody some slack. That's not a problem. I just have to say that I'm a difficult man to please. I hope you won't disappoint me.
Shall we?
Some of the players could win, but then they would have to follow the rules of the system. Winning not only means receiving a prize, but also accepting assimilation. Otherwise, even the winner could suffer dire consequences. This series leaves us with a cruel realization. The only person who enjoyed the games was player number 1, the one who had nothing to lose or gain. This player was always destined to die after living a life of luxury and controlling others to play the Squid Game. The others in the game were in a constant struggle that led them to bring out the worst in themselves. Desperation, fear, greed, selfishness, and lack of empathy made them very dangerous. The philosopher Russo said that humans are good by nature. It's the life experiences that can turn them evil. Ownership, the moment when a person says, "This is mine," creates a conflict with others. It generates envy, resentment, and breaking of the herd. They no longer think about the group, but about themselves, their well-being.
And our guests, greet them for me, all right?
Of course, sir, but why not do it yourself?
Because I know that I'm not going to have as much fun watching as playing.
Individualism can bring out the worst in each person. We can see this philosophy on screen when the money is flashed to the contestants. It is not the game that corrupts them, it's the desire to win that leads them to become monsters. But as I mentioned earlier, they are playing a fixed game. It uses the illusion of democracy, the illusion of equality. Squid Game uses the needed and the desperate to participate in games of life and death to entertain the powerful and the privileged. They enjoy watching those below them struggle. Good thing this is just a fantasy. After all, we are all made equal, and we have the same privileges, don't we? Thank you all for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And remember, assume nothing and question everything.